up, guys? Let me put my shades on, because this is going to be a different video for today. So, we got a few bikes in here right now. The monkey's outside. I closed the doors. I want some nice sound quality, which you're probably still not going to get that, but I'm trying. And we're just going to do a little update and what's good, what's bad. So, we're going to do that. So right here, I sold my other 110 that I originally had in the other videos. That was a 16. Sold it for $2,500. Had to go deliver it, but still $2,500 for a 2016. And then next day, went to pick up this 21 110. Fuel injected, looks like these bikes. So picked it up for $200 more off a 16 that I beat on for 2 months. Not bad. So we're gonna probably have this one for a while. And then, as you guys know, this is my 21. You guys seen a video on that. Brand new bike. Haven't even rode it. Haven't even done anything to it. The only thing I've done to it was put the Wise Club sticker on the cylinder to match my race bike. That's all I've done. And we're gonna be building this bike this winter. A lot of things are gonna get done to this thing, more than this bike has had. So if that means anything, with some different parts and some parts I haven't done to this bike, so it's going to be new and it's going to be exciting. As you guys know, or may not know, this is my 2020 race bike. Got a lot of money into this thing. Money that has been put into this bike has not been spent correctly in the spots this thing needs to be, what the money needs to go into. So it's on bone stock suspension. Don't let those Race Tech gold valves mess with your mind, because this bike's gonna get the suspension done. Coatings, Race Tech gold valves, all that nice stuff. But it does have a red shock spring, so that's cool. That's the thing, this bike's gonna get the same thing. This bike's gonna have everything this has and more, but brand new. I'm not taking anything off this bike. And I'm gonna have all three of these things match with the same graphics. But enough of that. We're gonna get into the video that I titled it as what's good and what's bad about the 2021 crf250. Sorry I get off track, it happens. I just want to go over the bikes with you guys. That's the newest update that you guys can get is this video right now, so unless you go over to my Instagram. So what's good about the 2021? Well, as you guys can tell, I haven't rode the bike yet. I've raced this thing, I've rode it, I got many hours on this and the generation. But the 2021 is the exact same thing as the 2020. So why don't I give you guys my thoughts on what's good about the bike and what's bad about the bike. I haven't rode my 2020 in the stock trim. I built it over winter time, but all the parts that it has on it right now, I put those all on it. I never rode the bike stock, so I don't know what it's like stock. But I've rode my buddy's 2020 crf250r, which is stock. And I also had a 2019 250 that was also stock. So, I mean, I have an idea of what's good and what's bad. Even though there's no motor work. It's on T4, it's got an exhaust, it has a tune, but I'm probably only making over 3 more horsepower than stock, maybe. So, alright, we're gonna get into it now. Number 1, for the things I don't like about this bike, I'm going to do 3 things I don't like about the bike, and 3 things I love about the bike. Number 1, the thing I hate the most about well, not the most, but one of the big things I don't like about the bike. How stiff it is out of the box. This thing is so stiff. I mean, any new bike is going to be super stiff because it's brand new, but these Hondas are so rigid out of the factory. I mean, keep in mind, I haven't rode a brand new bike in a while, and I haven't rode this yet, but I've rode it around lawn, that's it. And you can feel how stiff it is. You gotta really break it in and do what I do to my other bikes. I drove motor mounts, take the bolts out of the gas tank, the back bolts. There's 2 right here, so it makes it flex more, and it really helps out a lot. And when the 18s had the twin wall bars, super stiff. So the fat bars are where it's at. So number 1, is the stiffness of the bike. Fork suspension wise, it's we'll get into that. That's a good thing. But stiffness of the frame, that's kind of a bad thing. At least for some people. I know a lot of people like a super stiff bike, which I'm kind of like that in suspension, but not with the chassis. So, yeah. Number 2, the things I absolutely hate. This is the worst one by far. I hate the coatings. Honda has the worst coatings on their motors. So bad. It is so bad. Like, I put tape on my 110 this weekend on the cases because I didn't want the paint to rub off. Because I brought it to High Voltage MX and I just was watching, but I wanted to make sure my cases aren't going to get rubbed up because I want to build this thing into something cool this winter and I want it to look brand new. So, also, I always get a Henson clutch cover. I mean, I'll show you guys an OEM one, which is so bad. Now, these are, I never rode my bike with a stock cover on it. And like, that's bad. It looks so bad, especially with the black coating. It's not good. I don't recommend these. This is off my buddy Reed's bike or my brother's bike, and then this is off either my brother's bike or Reed's bike. I think this is off Reed's bike, this is off my brother's bike. Either way, looks like shit. And I always go aftermarket with clutch and clutch cover. Looks way better. The ignition side, on my 19, I raced it with all the, it was just the coating on there. I didn't do anything to protect it. I put engine plugs in at the end of the year. That's about it. And it looked bad. It looked horrible. So I sandblasted the ignition cover that winter, put it back on, it looked so much better. And yeah, this bike, I saw what happened that last year on my 19, so I took the precaution and I bought a Polysport cover on it. So now that side of the motor is going to look brand new. I mean, this side will too, because I take really good care of it. But yeah, I'm going to do the same thing for this bike. Henson cover, Polysport cover on that side. It's going to be nice. So that's number 2. Number 3 of the big things I don't like about these 20 and 21 Hondas, the clutch. The clutch pull isn't that good. It's kind of stiff. I mean, I like cable clutches because then you can tell if it's if your clutch is starting to fade or not, and it won't auto adjust like a hydro clutch would. But I have an arc perch on that bike, which makes it a lot better. But just the stock clutches are not good. They're all right. I can live with them. Most people can't. I'll run them till they go. Then I'll get an aftermarket set. But I mean, this thing has stock clutches in it right now, and bike's probably got 40 hours on it. I don't notice a thing, but on my 19, the clutch plate broke in several different places, so that was no good. But I'm assuming the 2022 250s are going to have a hydraulic clutch, which is cool. I heard the Nissan hydraulic clutch is really good, and I've rode brand new KX450 with a Nissan clutch, and it was good. And I heard the Honda's clutch is even better, so I'm looking forward to that. Alright boys, we're back. Top 3 favorite things about the bike. We'll make it 4 actually. So this one's stupid, but it's something to note. I love the way these new Hondas look. They look so aggressive, they look so good. And the bodywork feels really good when you're on the bike. The foot peg to bar ratio, the foot peg to seat to bar ratio, I mean, that's great. These things, you get so much comfort on these new Hondas. It's amazing. I love it. And they come with the fat bars from the factory, which is so good now. I love it. Can't complain about the ergonomics of the bike. When you break the bike in and you do the things that I do to my motor, the chassis is really good. So we'll make that number 2. Is handling. My second favorite thing about the bike, or whatever you want to list it as, handling, suspension, The shock, I mean, it's amazing. The way these things handle, these Hondas turn on a dime. They are so good at turning. That's got to be one of my favorite things about the bike. If not the number one favorite thing about the bike, other than looks. Because, I mean, looks, we shouldn't really care about the looks. I mean, it looks good. So, my favorite thing list is kind of messed up. It's all over the place. Doesn't make sense in my mind right now, but hopefully it'll make sense on video. The motor, number 3, the motor. I love the motor on these bikes. You have to really scream them to get your power. I like that. The 19s were really bad. You really had to ride it like a 125. The 18 was super bad. The 19, throttle body changed. It got a little bit better. And then in 20, they made the bottom end better. They changed the gear ratios in that from a 19 to 20. Love it. The motor is amazing. You got enough bottom end to be happy with, and then you got all that top end. It just pulls. Like, I passed a 252 stroke and 302 strokes up hills in a hare scramble. This thing barks. They are, what I've done to this bike, I know there's some parts on it, like the exhaust, race gas, and I really shouldn't mean that much, but on a bone stock bike, you should be doing the same thing. These things pull to the fucking moon. Rocket ships. Love it. What are we on, number 3? Number 4, or we'll give you guys number 4, alright? What is number 4? I guess I don't have a number 4. I had to think about it. I guess I just said that. But, I know this video is kind of all over the place. I guess I'm not good at this. Maybe I'm good at it, maybe I'm not. You guys let me know. Let me know in the comments. Should I keep doing this stuff? Because I feel like I'm just an idiot right now. But you'll get that. Wanted to make a video about the bikes, what I like, what I don't like. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you guys in the next one. Let's go.